Growing up, I used to love watching Jackie Chan Adventures. And Jackie Chan Adventures had a few villains. The main ones I'm going to be talking about in this video are the villains from season 1 and part of season 2 and season 4. And I'm going to ask in the comment section, I want you to tell me, which team are you? Are you team Shendu or team Tarakudo? So that's what I'm going to be discussing, the demon teams. And I'm going to tell you in the end which team I prefer the most. For Team Shendu, you had Shendu, Po Kong, Shi Wu, Bai Zai, Zhao Feng, Shangzu, Daigwai, and So Long. The 8 immortals used the Panku box to seal the 8 demons away and banish them to the netherworld. We're going to start off by talking about Shendu, the fire demon, who used his 12 talismans that gave him special powers. And he also used one of Tarakudo's masks to gain the power to control Tarakudo's Shadowcon. The thing about Shendu is Shendu was a badass dude. He was a badass villain. My only problem with Shendu is Shendu, like, he talked a lot of noise, but when it came to his brothers and sisters, they used to just like tell him something and he'll get scared and be like, okay, sister, okay, brother. Like he'll talk that big boy shit to everybody else. But when it came down to his siblings, he would cower compared to them. Next you have Po Kong, the mountain demon. Po Kong, she was an alright villain. Like, she didn't really catch my attention that much compared to some of the other demons, other Shendu's other brothers and sisters, but she was an alright villain. Now Shi Wu, on the other hand, Shi Wu is the sky demon. I like Shi Wu. Shi Wu had a personality to him. He was funny, and he disguised himself and made himself to pretend to be Jade's friend so he can get his tail back. I like Shi Wu. Next we have Bai Zhao, was the water demon. In the past, she controlled what used to be the lost city of Atlantis. She was a powerful demon. She was able to control water, and her plan was to make it flood to where San Francisco would be underwater and she can get her kingdom back, basically. Zhao Feng was probably one of my favorite demons. He was the wind demon. And he like Shi Wu, Zhao Feng had a personality to him too. He didn't take none of shit. Like he was punking Shendu also. Shangzu, I didn't really like Shangzu. Shangzu was a powerful demon. He was the thunder demon. Like he really was punking Shendu, but I didn't really like Shangzu that much. But he was the thunder demon, and he was a good villain. Next, you got Daigwai, the earth demon. The difference is he didn't really make Shendu do it. Like, he did it himself. Like, when he first got there, he told Shendu to help him dig and all that. And Shendu was like, nah, I got to go release some other demons. And he was like, fine, the dirty work will be mine and mine alone. So, like, he was cool. Solon, the moon demon, to me, he seemed like he was one of the more mature demons out of all of them. He seemed like him and Bazai looked like they were the ones that were telling the other demons what to do. Like, they were the two that were in charge of everybody. Now for Team Tarakudo. I'm going to just say this. If you know how to pronounce these names and you hear me butcher them while trying to say them, you got to forgive me. Because for Tarakudo's army, his generals, they never really said their names in the show other than Tarakudo and Ikazuki. So this is my first time ever even reading up and knowing their names. So if I mess it up, forgive me. So you have Tarakudo, who was the lord of all Oni. You have General Ikazuki, General Raraiku, General Murasaki, General Kiro, General Midori, General Orenji, General Kuro, General Musugurin, and General Aka. The legendary Hanafuda cards were an ancient deck of cards that were forged to locate the Oni mask and their respective ingredients that were used to defeat the Oni generals. So of course we go start off with the king of all Oni, Tarakudo, who was master of all the Shadokan, who had the 9 generals. The thing I love Tarakudo because Tarakudo, even though he was the villain, Tarakudo was funny. He wasn't like Shendu, who just like abused people and talk bad to people and stuff. Tarakudo, like even when his people didn't even get the mask and stuff, he didn't even get upset because he knew Tarakudo planned all this from the beginning. That's why I like Tarakudo. He was just funny. He was evil and badass, but he was funny at the same time. And he was playing like the best thing about Tarakudo is he was playing them from the very beginning. He knew what was gonna happen when they got all my 9 masks together. That's why he didn't never get mad if one of the masks got sent to Section 13. Next, you got General Ikazuki. Ikazuki, of course, was Tarakudo's second in command. Hey, Ikazuki was that dude. He was authoritative too, just like Tarakudo. And his Shadokan was one of the best ones because he had the Samurai Shadokan, and those are the ones that had the shadow swords, man. Like they looked like their design was so nice, especially with the shadow swords. Ikazuki's mask was the one that got stuck to Finn's butt. The episode where they find Ikazuki's mask was one of my favorite episodes of the entire series because of the interrogation scene when they used the rat talisman to interrogate Ikazuki's mask. And Jade said, "We're going to do good cop, bad cop." And then Jackie goes up to the mask and says, "Hello, Mr. Ikazuki-san. I was wondering, could you tell us how to defeat Tarakudo?" And then he said, "Can you tell us how to defeat Tarakudo?" Like the mask really go about to tell him how to beat Tarakudo. That shit was just always funny to me. Next, you have General Rairaiku. That was the one that Chao put his mask on, and he had control over the regular ninja con that like Shendu had control over. So his Shadokan was really nothing special to me. Then you had General Marasaki. That was the one with Ratso had control over the mask when he put the mask on. He had control over the Razor Con with the sharp nails and stuff. That Shadokan tribe was pretty cool. I liked them. They could slice through stuff. So yeah, and then the next one was General Kiro. He had control over the Bat Con. That's the one where Scruffy the dog accidentally got the mask put on and he was able to control like the Bat Shadokan. They were all right. And then the next Shadokan was Midori. That's the one that Captain Black actually put. These was the big swole sumo wrestler Shadokan. The Sumo Con. Those dudes were big as hell and they were strong as hell too. They were very powerful and hard to beat. And then the next general was Orenji. That's the one where Paco accidentally put the mask on because he wanted to beat Jade in the Halloween contest at school. Those were the squid Shadokan that stretched out. That's when Uncle was like, "Jackie, how come you didn't tell me new Shadokan stretched like taffy?" But they were all right. Then the next one was General Kuro. He had control over the Crab Shadokan. That's the one with Jade and Valmont had the mask split in half. And both of them control half of the Shadokan. And they put them together in the end to make one Crab Con. And then you have General Mosugurin. That was the one that Haku finally, after all those masks, he finally got a chance to put a mask on, and he got the little mini con. But then the mini con were actually the shadow eaters, which the shadow con would eat people's shadows and become bigger and bigger and bigger. So the more shadows they ate, the bigger they became. And the last general you have is General Aka. No one ever put his mask on because Tarakudo let Jackie and Jade find the mask so they can take it back to Section 13 and be combined with the other 8 masks so the demons would be released. But he was in control of the Mantis Con, the ones that looked like praying mantis. They were all right. I had no problem with them. But at the end of the day, if I had to choose which team would I be on, I'm definitely choosing Team Tarakudo. You could probably tell how the way I was describing each of the demons. Like Tarakudo's army and Tarakudo was just more exciting and fun to me. And I like them hunting for all the masks and stuff, and like seeing the different tribes of the Shadow Khan. Shendu and the demons were all right, but it was just something about the different type of Shadow Khan that did it for me. So I'm all the way Team Tarakudo. But anyway, tell me which team are you in the comment section. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel because I need some more subscribers and I need to get my watch hours up. Like and comment. More videos coming soon. Trey T out. Peace.